Anyway, let's just go. So, hi everyone, Indigo Twin here. Welcome to my weekly Divine Partnership reading. Hope you are well. I'm here. I'd just like to say thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed, new and old subscribers. Thank you so much for those of you who've been with me since the time I started last year. I'm so happy to be here, so happy to share, my wisdom, impart my wisdom through spirit to you. And thank you so much. Your loyalty to me it just truly means so much. Thank you for your bookings, for your donations, and also for all your likes and comments. I'm glad that I can be here to help you and guide you along this journey, which often is not always easy. So without further ado, let's move on to this week's reading. I'd just like to let you know also that usually as a follow-up to all my readings that I do, I post in a blog and add extra information. Just means because it makes it so much easier. Uploading a video of this size can take a while, so it's good that I can get the message through quickly. However, I do write more in the blog, and you can find that on indigotwin11.com. Please go there and have a look, and you'll get so much more. Plus, I put the incantations up there as well, so I can't really write them up on this page because of copyright issues. However, I can do so elsewhere. With reference, of course, to Alana Fairchild, whose Isis deck I use, and amongst other cards. So just coming off from that, we have the key, the divine healing reading that I put up. I am loving those readings. They have just so much information. If you haven't watched last week's, please do. It's all about Venus retrograde. And of course now we're coming into our full moon, a Virgo full moon. So things are changing. I'm going to go straight into the reading now. Let's have a look, because what I've got here, interestingly enough, is the Buckle of Isis over here in the feminine. It has spent so much time over in the masculine, it is unusual to actually see it here now. The same as the Hatha card over here. It has spent so much time in the feminine side. However, it's now moved to the masculine. So I'll go into that. These two cards were in these positions. This one down here in the masculine, this one down here in the feminine. Interesting that it's actually changed now and it's come up. So those energies from last week that came off last week have actually come up. However, they've swapped. What does it mean? Going to go, and of course I spoke about this and I went into a little bit more in depth on my blog about these particular cards and how they related to a lot of inner child work that was going on amongst the masculines and feminines. Here, however, where this was in the masculine was quite different. So go back at a couple of readings ago and sort of follow the path of where this has come. Because last week I spoke about the masculine shedding his blanket, his safety blanket. However, it's quite different appearing here in this position in the feminine. The card itself talks about fidelity, fertility, growth with sacrifice. What does that mean for the feminine? Fidelity, fertility, and growth with sacrifice. It is reflecting on emotions and trying to understand and figure out how to bring things into the light of the day. What we can sacrifice materially to come into divine union. However, it's got quite a different meaning in this context. Because with this, I get a lot of indecision on the part of the feminine. The feminine are now at this crossroads. Do I choose this path or do I choose this path? What am I being asked to sacrifice here? What am I being asked? Where am I going? What is this that I've signed up for that is driving me nuts? At times it drives me crazy. All I want is just someone to love me, to hold me, to make me feel safe. That's all I want. I want the whole lot. I want the whole kit and caboodle. But what is that? That's control. I want this. Yes, we can manifest our desires and what we want materially. But this card is asking us, yes, you may take that path. You may choose that path. That divine counterpart that you're seeking may not necessarily be your twin if you choose that road. However, if you stay the route of divine partnership, then you will need to sacrifice that notion of having things exactly as you wish. This is what this card is asking, because I can sense that there's a lot of energies going on, particularly leading from this Venus retrograde coming into this full moon. There are a lot of these energies. There's a lot of indecision on the part of the feminine. Can I surrender to the divine and sacrifice my ideals of exactly how I want this to play out? Or am I going to trust in the divine and allow the divine to show me the path that leads me to my highest good? That's the message. Hatha, on the other hand, in the masculine, of course, Hatha being the mirror, the goddess of beauty, love and strength, and of course the patroness of women. Talks about fortitude and nourishment, femininity, confidence, organization, spiritual strength, made by connecting to the God force within and coming to terms with one's own yin yang. The masculine is now coming into terms with their yin side a lot more. In other words, they come to the realization that in order to be a divine masculine, they do not need to be macho masculine. They do not need to be the breadwinner. They do not need to be the man who looks after his divine feminine all the time. It's a balance, people. It's a balance. The masculine is recognizing now that yes, his divine feminine counterpart can also be strong, can also be self-empowered, providing she's not controlling, because then that emasculates the masculine. And we don't want that to happen. It is a partnership. It is divine partnership. It is a balance of yin and yang. This is what the masculine is coming into the realization right now. So these are very relevant. Now, before I go into each of the divine masculine and feminine, I'm going to alert you to Anubis in the divine partnership. Again, a number 9 card suggesting endings, the old ways, giving way to the new, letting go of the old paradigms. There is a paradigm shift here. Anubis has been sitting here for weeks. Now, I do pack up these cards every week after every reading. I do pack them up after even doing a client's reading. They get packed up, they get put straight back into the deck, wrapped up in this lovely blue scarf until I need to use them. And here we go. It's sitting there right there again. Protection, lightness, sense of humor. It's there. It's motion, it's movement, it's protection and guidance. It's there. Let's move on to the masculine with his newfound awareness of knowing that he can also be vulnerable without feeling that he's being emasculated. He can be vulnerable. He's realizing this now. It's okay. Because when he's down, she'll be there. When she's down, he'll be there. That's the balance. He's changing. He's changing rapidly day by day. He is looking towards the light. The scarab always looks towards the light. There's a renewal and there's an acceptance happening. There is a complete spiritual rebirth for the masculine. It is a new beginning and a new phase of his life. Things are changing. He's coming to terms with what is, and he's doing things differently. He's now realizing that there is a mission. He's known this in the 5D for a long, long time. He's now accepting that and accepting his own higher self guidance to bring this into the 3D. He's sensing that his divine feminine is waiting for him, is ready. He senses that. He senses that. He knows that. Don't walk away right now, because he's coming. Emotions, water, talking about emotions, talking about reflecting in life, things changing. There is also suggesting travel across water and exploring the deep unconsciousness, the ebbs and flows. Things are changing dramatically. This is the scarab, this is the water. This is clearing away. It's like it's flushing away all the bad stuff now in order for him to maintain a balance. So let's now move over to the feminine who's sitting here deciding, am I staying or am I going? Am I going to throw my hands up in the air and just go, no, can't do it anymore. This is what I want, and I know I'm not going to get it with my divine counterpart. So it's time for me to walk down this other path and find my soulmate and settle. Sure, we have that choice, and you'll have a wonderful life if you choose that life. You will. You still will be blessed. All the healing work, all the self-empowering work, you will choose yourself a really great soulmate, and you will have a wonderful life. And there's no harm in doing that, because it just may mean that you're not quite ready in this lifetime, and that's okay. It's okay. However, if you feel strongly within yourself that you're ready, then this is the time to hold your ground, seek divine guidance. Here we have Osiris. He is the Lord of Light. He is there for you. Seek his divine guidance and wisdom, because when you do, when you trust, you have the choice to get to the Ankh, which of course is the life force and the key to life and love. Isn't that where we're all going? This is where we're all going. Let's do it. Let's keep going. Let's keep moving forward. And let's do this. It is a dawning of a new state of awareness for the feminine. So you can choose this path and go over there and choose that, and that you would be fine. Choose this side, and this is where you're going, because he's moving. He's working on it. Now, moving into the partnership, we have Sirius or Cyrus card here. Now, of course, that talks about pioneering and universal awareness and space and travel and strengths and energies that bless the spirit of pioneering and adventure. It's the breadth of vision. It's a deprogramming of limiting beliefs. This is what the divine unconditional love partnership is about, and the mission. It is about changing the old paradigms, changing the ancestral templates, moving into divine love partnerships that will benefit us all. This is what it's there. It's the heart. It's the core of this reading today. It's there. And of course, we have the crook and flower, which was in the same position last week. It's there. It's not changing. It's there. It's waiting. Of course, that talks about self-discipline and authority. Then mastering the ego, because this is what we do. This is what this is all about. The symbolisms, it's taking responsibility. It's taking this divine partnership and bringing it about for the benefit of all and bringing in the light. That's what it's all about. Now, moving on, let's have a look at what it is that the masculine 5Ds are actually looking towards the partnership. How are they relating to the masculine 3D self, and what are they looking towards the actual union? Wing disc, success, triumph, they know. So now there's a strong sense of the 5D masculine self really integrating the masculine 3D self. Seeing the bigger picture. He's close. He's close. Now, of course, whatever resonates with you, if you happen to be the divine masculine, whatever gender you are, then this you're close. I use these terms broadly, of course. So the success is there. It's yours. The masculine is seeing it, wants you to stay. The masculine wants you to stay and see the course. See it through. Bring divine unconditional love into the world. And feminine, on the other hand, is Nesis. What are you afraid of? Because you can't see what's being revealed to you, you can't see the bigger picture? Is that going to mean that you're going to run from what you know is true? Nesis, of course, is the sister of Isis, and she is the hidden things yet to be revealed. The chalice, remember? It's like the cup. It is a card number 7. It is the cup. The feminine has everything within her chalice, all the means to move towards the partnership. But she just wants to know. She wants to know. Now, you can go and consult as many people as you want and say, tell me, do I stay or do I go? Do I stay or do I go? The answers you'll seek are from divine source. You've got a direct link. You've got a direct phone line to the divine, to the ascended masters, angels and goddesses. Ask them to guide you, to help you, because it's being hidden from you of what the outcome is, which is not a bad thing. It's just saying, when you're ready, when you are decided, then all will be revealed. But at the moment, whilst you're on this path of indecision, it won't be revealed. It is about the sisterhood as well, and lifting the conscious mind above worldly stress into more peace. So that does denote that. However, it is your choice here. Are you going to stay? Because it will all be revealed to you if you shall choose. If you shall choose to go this way, then that's fine too. This is why things are hidden. So the highest 5D feminine self is actually hiding things from the 3D self, because the 3D self is actually, there's a little bit of ego here, still a little bit of inner child work to work through in order to come to union. So please do make that decision, but don't make it now. We're in a full moon. It's not the time to make decisions. It's time to shed old beliefs. It's not a time to make decisions. It's time to get rid of that which is holding you back. And when you do, all will be revealed. It'll be smooth sailing. The card here is air. It's movement. It's action. Things are happening. Do you trust? Do you trust your decision? Do you trust your choice? Do you trust to stay the path? Do you trust in the divine? Do you trust in your masculine counterpart? Do you trust? Because movement is there. It is happening. Will you stay the course? Now, overall, I know It's the teacher coming out of me, you know. I've often, I have people say, "You're firm, but you're fair, miss." It's, you have to, I've got to be firm here because really, and I know you're not children, but sometimes that inner child, you know, needs to be told, you know, what needs to be done. Okay, so you know, come into yourself. It's so important. No, you know, we're on the verge of something so amazingly beautiful. Stand your ground. You have the power to do it. So let's have a look. Let's go shuffle the cards. Goddess Isis, who loves us unconditionally. I call upon you, divine guidance. Okay. Right. Okay. No 3 cards this week. However, something that I just did notice under the bottom here is the portal of light. Okay. So that talks about she glides on wings through time and space. And that's very much relating to the Cyrus card here. I'll just quickly read it, the portal of light, just to let you know again. So it's very much about physical reality that is bound by time and space. You're being conscious on the levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space and to allow your sense of self to expand. It is safe for you to do this now. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual growth. You are not leaving your earthly awareness. You are instead adding to it. Okay? So remember, time and space, and that very much relates to the Cyrus card here. So let's go on. We have the scales of balance, and this, I'm pretty sure we've done this before. However, I would do it again. I'll just pop it over here so we can see it properly. The scales of balance is a beautiful healing message, and this is so relevant in that both the masculine and the feminine need to maintain this balance. So I'll read this through to you, and we'll do the ritual and the healing. You are a tantrika, an initiate of the path of divine healing of the masculine and feminine, the 2 sacred polarities that are universal to human experience. As these energies come into mutual respect and balance, you attain great power, presence, and healing effect in the world of the soul. And in the human world of forms here on this earth, you are supported in further exploring this path now, under the auspices and blessings of beloved Isis. You are the process of sacred relationship healing of the divine masculine and divine feminine energies within your own soul. This is the advanced spiritual path of Tantra. It is a connection of the body and soul. The effect of this inner divine relationship healing is genuine enlightenment of the mind and the body. The body becomes a living sacred temple of light, energy, and wild aliveness. This embodiment can be experienced in movement, in deep stillness, in vitality, and in quietness. You are a tantrika, a sacred priest or priestess of the tantric arts. Some people mistakenly believe that tantra is simply about sexuality, but it is, in truth, the journey of the soul, to bring masculine and feminine polarities into wholeness, love, unity, and empowerment, to learn to be enlightened path in every element of your being. This is soul-building work that is in great service to the spiritual healing and evolution of humanity, which is in deep need of those, such as yourself, who can help create sacred connection between mind and body. It might be through your own personal healing of your body-mind connection, and perhaps through your healing services for others that walk your tantric path. It might be done in a private way or in an obvious way. What matters is that it feels right for you. Walking this path authentically is a choice to live in dedication to the sacred work of Isis, who taught us about creative power that could come of the healing the relationship between masculine and feminine consciousness. Need I say more? You are guided to accept this healing through learning to balance the masculine and feminine energies within yourself and your relationships with others. Balancing give and take, directing and flowing, play and solitude are ways to do this now. Learning to feel as comfortable as possible with your sexual and spiritual nature. Seeing how they can complement rather than compete with each other is helpful too. Connection with the body is the most powerful form of healing for feminine energy, as it holds the secrets to divine feminine wisdom. This can occur through movement, dance, and yoga that is based on body awareness and presence, rather than necessarily involving fast-flowing postures that may take you more into your head than your body. You can come more into your body through time in nature, swimming, laying in the sun, resting or walking, provided that you stay present to the physical sensations you experience. This oracle also comes as a guide for your path of inner healing and service. You are encouraged to explore divine masculine and feminine healing within yourself specifically at this time. This may involve forgiveness of past relationships with significant males or females in your life. It may also require an adjustment of softening to allow in feminine wisdom, or cutting out some distraction or draining situations or relationships that minimize your sense of your own power and capacity to use masculine wisdom well. You are also guided, if in healing work with others, that you can help others heal through exploring the interplay of masculine and feminine energies. It might be through connection of mind and body, through inner and outer worlds, through sexuality and spirituality joining for healing. Enjoy the unfolding journey, beloved initiate, for it will be highly creative and could involve art, movement as dance or yoga, breathwork, and much more. Now, before I do the ritual, you will need a candle. However, we do say the incantation before the actual healing ritual in this to this particular card. Now, I would like to refer you to my website, indigotwin11.com, because I will write the incantation on the website. However, I cannot do that here because of various issues. So please read through on the blog. It is there. So have a really good look, and I will allow you to repeat it at this point in time. But if you wish to actually print it out or write it out for yourself, then please do go to the blog. I usually write within 24 hours after I've posted this video. So please do that. So let's move on. Sit quietly. You will need to lie down now. Light a candle. Get a blanket if you wish so you don't get cold. And say the following. The scales are balanced with perfection. Feminine and masculine in divine connection. Surrender and strength, body and soul. Together are loved, united and whole. I know when to act and when to rest. Scales of balance allow harmony to vest. Deep within I am now at peace. As in balance I effortlessly now release. I feel balance, wholeness and vitality as I balance and heal my divine humanity. Now place your hand, one hand resting on your pubic bone below your belly and the other hand resting near your heart. Focus on the breath and imagine that you can breathe all the way down to your belly, feeling it rise and fall with the breath. Imagine thoughts falling away and all you notice is the breath. If you start thinking, it is a trigger to go back to the breath and the rise and fall of the belly and chest under your hands. If you find it hard to focus, then simply say this mantra. On the in-breath, say I. On the out-breath, say am. I am. I am. I am. Just repeat this in your mind. Imagine all your thoughts falling away. Allow the energy in the belly to grow like a bright sun, growing with the breath, neither too warm nor too cool, just growing comfortably, fed by the breath. Allow the energy to grow until it flows all the way down your legs. You may feel sexual energy stirring as you focus the breath, and if so, just stay relaxed and focus on your hand resting on your belly and the energy growing and spreading through your body in a pleasant, comfortable way. As your awareness goes deeper within, imagine that you can become aware of the heart chakra. Become aware of this center in your chest being nourished with the energy that is growing deep in your belly. Imagine the energy rising from the belly and warming the heart, and love from the heart responding and traveling down into your belly. Keep the sensations comfortable and relaxed, allowing thoughts to drift away as you more deeply engage with your body. Allow yourself to take your awareness deeper into the space within your body. With peaceful respect and patient love, it will open to you, starting with your awareness resting in your belly and then in your heart. Imagine as if a powerful inner light has been flicked on, and your awareness grows, becoming sensitive to the light that is within your body. You may feel, see, or sense light, love, sexual and spiritual energy, or simply the sensation of being aware within your body. Whatever you feel is perfect for you at the time. Feel the love of your heart growing and the energy in the belly flowing. The more aware you are of your body, the more deeply you shall descend into tantric awakening of the body of light that perfectly balanced masculine and feminine consciousness brought to life in an awakened body. It feels beautiful, peaceful, sublime, and very alive to be in such a state. Stay with sacred communion process until you feel ready to re-emerge more whole and refreshed. You may wish to repeat the following: I am love, I am energy, I am a shining light. I am love, I am energy, I am a shining light. I am love, I am energy, I am a shining light. Come back to your awareness, and when you are ready, just open your eyes gently. Quietly as you come out of your experience, say aloud, I love and approve of myself unconditionally. I call upon those beings who love me unconditionally and ask for healing, protection, and assistance. That any negativity or clearing that occurs from my work today be released with the least harm to myself or others. May I be blessed. That is a beautiful healing. It is very much completely relates to what is going on here and what is going on between the masculine